said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. And the Canes want to crank the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Breaks into the open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting a pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
What a disappointment. No good. After the miss, no change in the score.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Texas A&M going quickly. Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Reed. He'll pull it down and run. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. With jet sweep pass. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Quickly to the tight end. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw again. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
To the air, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. On the run, it's Fletcher. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Quarterback keeps it. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Absolutely center cut. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Craver. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wideout. To throw, it's Reed. Might be looking to run. Makes the catch. It's Moss. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Lets it fly. Snags it down the right side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for space. It's Moss. Breaks the tackle.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Looking left. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that, checked it down, or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires the pass, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass, it's Reed. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Turning it on. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here comes the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. This will likely be the last play of the half. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. They've got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. And with With just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Defense going to call a timeout here and give the kicker a little something to think about. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. They got it. It's blocked. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Lofts one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Canes are in the hurry-up. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Snagged in the middle. It's Daniels.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Caught over the middle. It's Fletcher. There he goes. Touchdown, Hurricanes. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Got his man on the right. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. defense, they just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gives it on the option. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Scanning the field, it's back. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Fletcher. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. On the run deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. Just keep slinging it. They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you got to be careful on offense when you're dialing up the screens. You want to do them on obvious passing situations. When you're anticipating the DNs really racing up the field, they didn't have it set up that time.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Caught in the backfield, it's Fletcher. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Trying to barrel in. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
After that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
Can this defense stop them again on 4th and goal? He'll keep it on the sneak.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
And the field goal unit stays put. They will try to deliver the haymaker and deck them with a touchdown on 4th and goal. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And the Aggies backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Reed. Finds his tight end. He's loose at the 15. Racing down the left side. He's at the 40. The 20. Inside the touchdown, Aggies. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this this off. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to give me a stop.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Fletcher. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point in the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to
just steamrolling the defense. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Wants to throw. It's back. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He might want another play. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll start this drive going to the air. Going to try to get it himself. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Well, defensively, you've got to have an answer for this athletic quarterback. You've got to do a better job containing him in the pocket, or you've got to have a spy ready to make the play and get a tackle if he decides to get out. But everything went wrong there. Not only did he get the first, but you also let him get out of bounds and stop the clock.
To the air on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He's not afraid to go deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. A&M comes back out with another first down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the end zone. And it's his 4th interception of the game. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. How much fun was that one? And you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Texas A&M about to put it away to start this game. He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown tie. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Craver. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Handoff from the gun. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Grabbed over the middle, it's Concepcion. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. On 4th down, going to the air. Oh, he dropped it. they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Calls his own number. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Gets it out fast. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Reed. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. This time he's got it. Turning it on. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this 1st period with a huge gain. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the 1st, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got him. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Dropping back, it's Reed. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He wants it all. Touchdown, Aggie. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Let's see what he can do with the return. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down and brings up third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. Making side adjustments here. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Reed. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Aggies headed quickly to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Concepcion. Oh, he's got some space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum.
The extra point is blocked. Now he can return this. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give out of the gun. Shakes off the defender. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussey. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
To the air, it's Reed. That's reeled in, it's Craven. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Aggies in the hurry-up. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Flicks it out of the air. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
That's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, your end zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got the first down and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Right back to the well. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Craven. Touchdown, Aggies! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Zings it complete to the right. At the 35, he's loose. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on first down. Got him and nobody's close. Finds a seam. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to slam it in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Texas A&M going up tempo. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Reed. Boom. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown in the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. And number 3 is coming soon.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own fumble. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 30. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the back. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Got a man. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
They'll run the sneak for it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? And the Aggies buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Concepcion. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Aggies can really attack on this second and short. The give as they work on that clock. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking to pass, it's Reed. Pressure coming. Catch in the middle, it's Craver. All kinds of room to the right. At the 20. Touchdown. And the punishment has been extended.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's caught. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still...
And it's his fourth interception of the night.